Hello everybody and welcome to the Poke Edition Day 4. I have already recorded this video once, but there was a little bit of trouble, so I had to start again, but we only played a few hands. The only one of note was I had 10-9 in the big blind, and the small blind raised into me, which I called, and I got top pair on the flop. He bet into me, which I called, and then checked me on the turn, and I bet out, and he folded. And that was the only hand of note. And let's get straight back into it then. So that's why we have this little extra 10 cents over here because of that first hand. And what I was saying in that video is I'm not going to edit out any hands this time. I'm going to play for about 20 minutes and just cut the video there with no hands edited out, just to try and save on the editing, and hopefully that improves the video quality a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. Ace 9 here on the button, I'm going to raise that up. So if you haven't checked out any of my previous videos or blogs, please check them out. And I've uploaded a couple of articles onto my blog, so you can check out that below. I'll leave the link for the blog. You can go and check out what's happened on the previous days, and we're currently up in bankroll at the moment. But it is pretty turbulent, it is up and down. Just trying to find some consistency and trying to pick the right spots really. Not trying to get into anything too messy. So we bet into him, he called, and now it's 2-10-2. We bet, and now he's raised. I think we just fold here. He has tens a lot of the time. We just fold. Okay, not the best flop for threes. He bets out. What did he do? It was a limped pot. Let's fold here. You know, not much I can really do with the threes on any turn card really. Like I said, you know, I could have continued there maybe, but I'm just looking to pick my spot, so no need to get tricky there. Them threes. Gonna try it, raising a bit bigger under the gun. Get a call. Should win this pot here most of the time. Going to raise it up here on the bottom with Jack Ace suited. Got a limper here to try and isolate him. He calls, he has got a very short stack. I do hit top pair. Just check to him. Sorry, he checked to us. That was my mistake there. So I'll let him peel a free card. And now he just folds. That was my mistake there. Got a min raise here, 5 jack suited. Could that be a call? I think that's a call, but I think I'm just going to avoid spots like that. mean, we're getting a decent enough price there to call. I think I'm just going to fold and wait for a better opportunity. Try and cut down on the variance and the ups and downs we've been having in our graph recently. So we got top pair there, and I just bet out as I was the original raiser and got the job done straight away. So I'm going to raise this up again here. We've got another limper, and I'm going to raise again with ace queen suited this time, and that gets the job done this time. Just checking with the twos, and I think I pretty much just give up now. Raise there in the small blind with 8 king facing the big blind. So we get 2 calls over here with ace 9. I'm going to check. Now he bets out. Fold. I think I'm just going to fold here. Again, just waiting for a better spot. I didn't bet out originally because there was a multi-way pot and I didn't really have anything there. Maybe could have taken a stab, or I maybe could have called his continuation bet. But I'm happy with just folding and not committing too many chips. Now we get 3-bet, quite small 3-bet. I guess we just fold there. I mean, it was quite small with 3-bet, but I mean, if it's a legitimate 3-bet, then it's not really in our range. We're beaten a lot of the time, so just a fold. Okay, we get donked into here. I've got top pair, of course I'm going to call. And bets out again. I'm going to call. Does he have king jack? I mean, he could have king jack. That is, definitely in his range. But now we've got king queen, so now he bombs. 10 ace. I mean, he could have 10 ace. Or just king 10. Okay, king 10. I mean, I think I had to make the call there. I made, improved my hand, and he'd been betting consistently on every street. So I don't know if ace 10 was sort of in his hands, if he would be betting like that with ace 10. So I think calling there was the right decision, and I think that was the right decision, and obviously it paid off this time. Let's get a raise here from the cutoff. I'm going to defend queen jack. I hit second pair. There's a flush draw, got backdoor flush. He bets out. I'm going to call and make some decisions here. Okay, now he checks. So I think I'm going to bet here for a bit of value. And then that gets the job done. Okay, I thought he might have had an ace there. It's definitely in his range there from the cutoff, but No, we get the job done and we flop the flush. I'm going to check to him. And he checks. I think I'm just going to bet out here, 2 cents. He calls and we make a pair as well, but that doesn't really matter at all. I'm going to check. You know, we might not have the best flush. It is possible here. I'm going to raise up in the small blind. And he checks back and we get it done. Ace 4 is going to fold that. I folded the ace there. I could have probably played that. I'm going to wait here, see. Could play it on the button. So limp. I'm going to try and raise the pot. That gets the job done. 5-10 suited here. I checked in the big blind. Don't really get anything. So definitely just giving up if someone bets into us like that, even if it's for 2 cents. No point playing on with absolutely nothing. Get a caller here with Queen Ace. Heads up. I'm going to bet out. He calls. There's a king now. King comes up. You know, I was the pre-flop aggressor, so I'm going to keep up the pressure on this turn card. You know, there's no point checking because then that just makes us look scared, I think. And as I raised, I was the original raiser. I've got to put the pressure on here. And he was taking a long time, so we obviously didn't have the king, and then he just folds. So we've got the kings here, and of course we're going to re-raise this with the kings. And we get a call. He checks to us. I'm going to bet. That gets the job done. And I'm not a fan of slow playing there. I'm not going to check back and let him peel a card with his ragged ace. I'm just going to bet and get the job done. Queen Jack here. I'm gonna raise that up. Jack 2 here. And small. If it folds to us. No, I don't really want to play that. If it folded to us, I might consider limping in and just trying to see the flop. As it goes, though, I'm not really willing to play that with another person involved. Ten Jack here on the button, definitely raising that. Ace 3 on the button. Gotta try and attack that dead money in the pot, and we get it. Flop nothing over there in the big blind with Queen 3. Got flush draw now. Not even going to bother with that. 2-4 off. Defending even to a min raise, So I'm just checking here. I mean, okay, and we do make a flush. I was going to say if you bet, then I would consider calling it with our flush draw. I think if I bet now, I mean, it pretty much puts what I've got face up. Now I've got a flush. But I think I have to try and at least get some money for it. 4 cents. But no, no one bites, and I take it, which is fair enough. You know, it's quite obvious there. If I'm betting and I've just checked the whole way through, I might have a flush, but they might call, and I might get paid off. Of course, if they do call, they could always have the better flush than me, but you know, it's queen high flush. Okay, 8 jack suited, and we get 2 callers in the blinds, and we flop top pair. He donks out into us in the big blind. Of course, I'm going to call. Checks to us. You know, I've got top pair. I'm not going to try and let him improve if he's got a king, queen, or an ace or something like that. So I'm going to bet quite big, 3/4 of the pot there. Queen jack over here. That gets the job done on table 1. We take that pot down. So I think he might have had, you know, a second pair or third pair there, and then just gave up. I'm going to defend here, jack king, if it folds around to us. Ace does fall on table 2. I'm going to c-bet that. And we get a caller. So we've got 2 people behind. I'm just going to fold there. I'm not going to get tangled. They are, you know, 2 overcards, 2 strong cards, but I've got, you know, 2 people behind me. I'm out of position, and I'm just trying to cut down on those sort of situations. So I'm happy to just fold there for 2 cents and wait for a better spot. And that c-bet got it done on table 1. I'm going to fold those suited connectors under the gun. We just fold 8-10 here. I was going to consider opening there, but then we get raised. I'm just going to fold in the small blind with 7-9 suited. King queen on the button here on table 2, and it does fold around to us, so of course we're going to raise. It is a short stack in the big blind who could push, in which case I'd have some decisions, but gets the job done. I'm also not playing with a HUD this time. In the first video there was a HUD, but it doesn't actually work with 2 tables on 888 because they're both the same name, so it confuses the HUD. I'm just going to fold here. So I wasn't even using the HUD last time. It was just left up. So I've not even got it switched on in this session. And it's, you know, it's the micros. It's the bottom rung 2NL. So there's not too many super complicated situations that we're going to be in where we need the HUD. You know, we just want to be making the simple decisions and playing straightforward poker. So like this, I'm just going to fold here. He limps in with bad aces sometimes, you know, bad jacks, and I'm not going to try and chase it when I'm out of position. I'm just going to let it go. All I put in were my big blind, so I hadn't even committed any chips to the pot. And we get a re-raise over here on the short stack, and a call, and 2 calls. So I'm just going to flat. Just going to fold there. I found that when people are donking into me, they normally have something. So if they do donk into me on the flop, I'm thinking that more often than not, I'm going to let it go if I haven't got anything. I should have bet there, I think. And now he min bets. I'm going to donk into this flop just because it's dry. There's nothing there, but I've got premium hand. I'm just going to. I should have bet there. Do I check raise now? I mean, there's 2 short stacks who could just push on me. I'm not sure about this. This is probably a hand that I'm gonna talk about. I've played it pretty bad already, I think. I think I'm gonna bet now, and he just insta calls. So min bets, insta calls. Flush comes in if he's got a flush. I think I'm gonna check call. I mean, he's got 21 cents, so he's not even got that, and he just checks, and I take it down. So I don't know what he had there. I haven't got the HUD, so I can't check. I don't know how to do it on this software, but I'll definitely check that later. And I was hoping to get a flush here, but I didn't get anything. Could have bet out on that ace, I think. That was probably the right decision, but I was focusing on this table here. So this table, unfortunately, didn't get the attention it needed. And with the flush draw and the ace, I think that was the perfect card to bet. And when he flipped over the king queen at the end there, you know, he could have folded to that ace. So but yeah, this is this hand, this 10-10, was didn't play it very well at all. Go donk here. I hit top pair, gets a fold to my left, and he gets a raise. So could he have a better king than me? I mean, I don't think he's coming in with king queen because he limped. I think I'm going to call. And I'm going to bet again. And he calls. I'm going to check. And he had the aces. Wow. So he limped in. He limped in with the aces. I'm sure this was a limp. I wouldn't have opened king six off. So he limped in with the aces. He just slow played it to the vest. I'm just going to fold that to Northern. That's, well, you know, what could I do there? I don't think I never had him on the aces at all. You know, probably should have folded. Again, it's this situation with the the raises, check raises, and he raised me, which means he had it. But it's just because it was a limped pot. Keep the pressure on here with. I think I should have checked back there. Yeah, yeah. He's got it. He's obviously got a queen or something. Wow, 5, damn, and the 6 at the end, so he had it. That's, well, okay, yeah, he called it with 5. I mean, I think that's fine. Call here and try and see a flop. Not the best. Checking or betting here. I bet and he calls. I check. I check. Should have bet this. It's only 2 cents. He check behind. I think I'm going to bet out here. Get fold and take that pot down. Yeah, so sometimes I focus too much on one table, so I can't even really remember what happened here on table 1. King 10, I'm going to try and raise that up. I think I'm going to end here after this hand. We get the call, that limp call. Checks to us. We have hit, but not the top pair. We got the second pair. Does call us. Keep the pressure on. And he folds. I think that'll be our last hand. So that was pretty good. It was a decent session. We did get put in a tough spot or two. With those tens, the tens was weird, and the guy did. He limped the aces, and then, you know, check raised us and just had us the whole way. Wouldn't have been too good for him if another king had hit, or a six. You know, he would have been in big trouble then for limping those aces, for slow playing them aces. But yeah, we run it up. So let's have a look at the graph and see how we did for sure. Okay, so here's the graph. We played 162 hands, and we definitely run it up. We made there $2.66. We made just over a buy-in. So, that's our best result so far. Obviously, it's not a massive hand sample, and I'm going to continue playing today. So there will be probably a couple more hands I'll talk about in the blog, which will be up later in the day, and also I'll update the final hand scores in the column on my blog. But yeah, it was a decent result. We played solidly. We tried to avoid weird spots. Only a couple of strange things that happened with the tens and the aces, like I said. But apart from that, that was a good session. So good times for us. Let's just take a quick look. So here's the statistics for our sessions so far. We're up. There we go. $4. Yep, $4. Just over $4. $4.01. So we're up two buy-ins in our last five sessions, which is pretty good. Our big buy-in per 100 is 9.17, which is a fantastic rate, and it's going pretty well at the moment. We had a few dips, obviously, in a little bit of turbulence, but we just had that session there, which I mean you can see with the graph, just up, 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 pretty much. So that was a great session. So thanks for watching. Leave any comments that you have, any thoughts or constructive criticism. Leave it in the box below, and just let me know. And check out the blog as well, where there'll be some more information on the hands. I'll go over a couple of the hands that we played in a bit more depth, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.